we'll look at how to integrate it with your email autoresponder. And then of course, once they opt in, we will take them to your thank you page. So I'll show you how to set that up. And it's on your thank you page, that's where you're going to have your license link. So the way that we do this is, it's like a two-step process. First of all, they're going to opt into your list. Okay, so you're going to be using an autoresponder, something like Aweber or iContact, and I'll put a couple of links below. But they will opt into your list, and then on the thank you page they will then go and opt in to my list. Now you might be wondering, why do we do it in two steps? Why can't we just have it as a one step? And here's the reason. In fact, let me get my my pen again. Basically, there are several systems out there that allow you to do this. So the lead opts into one list, and that's usually your list. Okay, and then what these systems do, I'm talking about systems like My Lead System Pro, 7-Figure Networker, etc. Now the difference is, with these systems, they have just a generic standard email follow-up. Okay, so you have day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. Okay, and usually they have maybe 20 days of emails. And what happens is the lead comes into the sales funnel, right? This is the sales funnel. The lead opts in, and then they start getting the day 1 message on day 1, and then day 2 on day 2, and so on. And you're actually able to take the emails from the system, like My Lead System Pro, and you can just put in your name. Now, with My Online Business Empire, it's not quite that simple. You see, my email follow-up sequence, it's not just day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and so on. It's actually a little bit more complex. The way it works is, well, let me first of all say this. No two people will ever get the same follow-up sequence when they opt into my list. No two people will ever get the exact same sequence. And the reason is, my marketing, it's really based on their behavior. A big part of it is determined by them. So for example, if someone's joined my list, around day 7 they're going to get invited to a webinar. Now if they decide that they would like to register for that webinar, and they go ahead and they choose a date and time, they put in their name and email, then I'm actually going to take them out of the main email follow-up sequence. Okay, they will actually go into a brand new one. Alright, so if this is the main, let's just visualize this. This is the main email follow-up sequence, and this might be about day 7. Okay, so they start here at day 0, and it's like maybe 45 days all up. The lead gets to day 7, and they decide to register for the webinar. So what happens at that point is they are actually taken out of the main email follow-up sequence, and they're put into a new one. Now this new one is designed to build up anticipation for the webinar, which is usually going to be within anywhere from 24 to about 72 hours away, depending on what date they choose. Okay, so this new email sequence, it's designed to build up anticipation. Now one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to attend or they're not. If they attend, then we will actually take them to a new follow-up sequence to make sure they buy. Okay, if they don't attend, we'll put them into another new follow-up sequence where we have the replay. Now once they reach the end of these two stages, they go back into the main follow-up sequence. Okay, they go right back into where they came out. And then again the same thing happens. They start getting emails, they get to about day 14, and there's another webinar. And depending on whether they register or not, they're either going to be moved out of this list and into a new one, or they're going to stay in the main follow-up sequence. Now if none of that makes sense to you, that's okay. You really don't need to know all the technical details. It doesn't really matter. All you need to know is that to set all of this up, I'm using Infusionsoft, so about $500 per week, and I'm using a lot of things on top of Infusionsoft. So the automated webinars I use, that's another $300 per month service, and we basically use lots of different rules and automation sequences with the capabilities of Infusionsoft to do all of this. So it gets incredibly complex, and that's what I'm saying. With most systems out there, they're nothing like this. Okay, most systems out there, it's just the standard day 1, day 2, day 3, so on. And that's why you can simply take that email follow-up sequence that they have, import it into your list, and you can be capturing all the leads. Okay, but the follow-up sequence, it's nowhere near as effective at converting those leads into sales as mine is, because mine much more customized, much more depending on how they interact with it. If someone's not interested in a webinar, I don't want to put them into a 7-day sequence trying to get them on the webinar. If they're not interested in that offer, then what we want to do is we want to show them another offer. Okay, now in my email follow-up sequence, there's lots and lots of different offers, and you can promote each one of them. Okay, so that's just my way of explaining. This is why we have to have the two-step. Now, I actually look at it though as a good thing. See, the other thing with a two-step opt-in process is if they opt into your list and then they opt into mine, now we are both going to be emailing them. Okay, myself and yourself, we're both going to be sending them emails, and we're both going to be promoting My Online Business Empire, or one of the products in My Online Business Empire. Now what happens is, the reason why launches are so successful, I mean, I'm sure you've seen product launches before, but there's $1 million product launches going on every single week these days. There's a new launch coming out. There's actually several every single day. It's gotten to a point where that's what we're looking at. There's literally launches every single day. The reason why they work so well, mainly, it's social proof. See, if you're a lead and you're thinking about joining or buying some particular launch, and the guru behind the launch, okay, they're promoting to you, they're sending you emails, right? They're sending you their marketing messages. That's one person. Now, of course, they're going to say it's good, because they're the guru, they're the person behind the launch. It's their product. Okay, so they can still get sales that way. But what happens is, if you start to get lots and lots of partners out there, okay, like partner here, and so on, like you have in a product launch, usually with the big launches there's thousands of different affiliates, and every single one of those partners is also emailing that lead and telling them about this launch and how good it is. That generates enormous social proof. Okay, now that lead, they're hearing about this launch everywhere. They're hearing about it all on YouTube, Facebook, in their email inbox. There's usually most leads, they're not just subscribed to your list, they're going to be subscribed to 10 or 20 other lists, sometimes more. So they've got 10 or 20 people who are also promoting that launch. That's enormous social proof. So what happens is, with My Online Business Empire, when they join your list and then they join my list, now there's two of us promoting the same programs to them. And I think that really just increases conversions. Especially in Module 4, I'm going to show you how to create your own bonus package. So if they buy through you, they actually get your bonus, and that will take your conversions even higher. But that's why we do it this way. So